Aquarius, hi, welcome to my channel. So today we have a reading for you. No particular subject, we're going to do my version of a Celtic cross. At the end there will be an opportunity for an extended where we'll dive in deeper. You can watch this for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, North Node, or if any of those planets are currently transiting your 11th house, throw in Vertex, why not? Thank you, however you support the channel, it's very much appreciated. Cross watchers, you are more than welcome. Message may well be for you. All information is in the description box. Just hit the more button below. Aquarius on my morning walk back from yoga, I saw a bus go past me twice within the space of a few minutes, like the exact bus. It was like deja vu. The markings, the number, the registration, everything was the same. Didn't make sense. And then immediately I heard PM Dawn, Set Adrift and Memory Bliss of You, in which the lyrics do mention deja vu. So there could be something that feels familiar, that's happening in your life at the moment, whether that's a same pattern emerging, whether this is something nostalgic coming back forward. Who knows? Let's dive in. Let's do one more. Aquarius, what's going on? We have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is Sun in Gemini. Okay. So it's something... Okay. Interesting. I'm looking at how these swords are. So we've got 4 in the left leg, 1 on the spine in the coccyx, and then one of the main ones that's really standing out is in your right shoulder. Okay, how interesting. For some of you, there could be sciatic pain with the left leg here. Oh, how fascinating. On a side note, this feels like your body's tired. Your body's tired. We've just had the moon in Aquarius, the full moon in Aquarius. So you've just had your full moon in your first house, which means the last full moon was in the 12th house. And I guarantee you, if you did not listen to your body during the 12th house, if you didn't listen when your body said, I need rest, you will pay for it in the first house. It always happens, always. Took me a long time to learn that lesson. Again, this could be something that happens every single year. Do we get to August every single year and you're just worn out? Interesting. There's also something about rushing into something here. Because Ten of Swords can be endings, and some aspects of your relationships may feel uneasy, even if fundamentally there's nothing particularly wrong. We've just had Mercury retrograde, finished now, but we're still in the shadow for another 2 weeks, all happening in your 7th house. So communication, not easy, for you guys in particular, because it's all based on relationships. Okay, crossing you. Root to the matter. Root to the matter, self-care. Did somebody not listen to their body? Recent past. What you want. What's coming in? Ooh, lovely. How you see yourself. How others see you. Advice. Okay, and potential outcome. Okay. Okay, love is stronger than pride is what's needing to be said here. There's a lot of people. You might have a lot more options than you realise, whether that's romantic or otherwise. We need the Tower. That's what we need. We have the Two of Pentacles, Jupiter in Capricorn, the Wheel of Fortune meets the Devil with the Five of Wands, the Five of Swords, Temperance, Judgment, and the Empress. Okay. What is going on here? It's so jumping right to your outcome. We have the Devil, Queen of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. Or should I say the Eight of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Devil. Queen of Wands in the shadow aspects. So the Demon Tarot of the Queen of Wands is number 9, Paimon. Hudson is the Angel Tarot, and he represents love is stronger than pride. So the fact that we've got the Devil aspect here indicates at the moment pride is stronger than love. So there's something going on here. This is like, it's imperative that you walk your talk. So whatever's going off in your life, you need to recognize where you're giving advice, because recent past is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is a teacher. It's a card of teaching. It's Mars in Leo, so the Tower hits your relationship house. If you know, what advice would you give in situations? You know, do we overlook things? Do we, when it comes to ourselves? You know, a lot of us we're very good at that. We can. Present company, not anymore, but I'm certainly sure I did in the past. Advice that, you know, don't follow yourselves. So there's just something that's happening in your environment here. And I almost want you to say to yourself, you know, if you're giving advice to somebody, and ask yourself, would you give that same advice to your mother, your daughter, your son, your father, your cousin, your brother, sister, best friend? Would you give that same advice? And if the answer is no, then there's something that's not quite authentic. And it's like there's something here that's it's like nobody's understanding a situation. So whether this is you not understanding somebody else's situation or vice versa, you know, some truths can't be explained, they can only be felt. And there's a dynamic at play here that is really standing out. You know, it's a battle of conformity. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the King of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Cups. All different elements, but all very, very different people. But they can gel together, and it's, you know, it's Aquarian age. You know, gone are the days where the Queen of Pentacles needs to be with the King of Pentacles. This is balancing earth and water, salt, humble, humility. You know, the Queen of Wands can be just a powerful match with the King of Swords. It's fire and air, sulfur, action. You know, being able to create something completely solar plexus based. There's a dynamic that's at play here where there's a need to let go of old aspects. There's no need to act immediately in this instance though. You've been asked to focus on past dynamics, like how was love and affection expressed in the past? Was it conditional? Was it unconditional? What had to be achieved? So we're at the Ten of Swords. What's crossing you is the Knight of Cups. Root of the matter is the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is the Queen of Abundance, is the Queen of Earth. She's 2 parts Capricorn, 1 part Shadow Sagittarius. Shadow Sagittarius is fierce independence. You know, and do we want to give the energy of settled down, but there's a shadow aspect of ourselves that says, I don't want to settle down, I want freedom. You know, and that again is a duality that the universe is trying to say, well, what is it you want? Interesting. Recent past, Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is rising above the ego. Seven of Wands is keeping going. But again, it's like there's an energy that's shifted within your relationship sectors. What you want is the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is very dreamy. You know, wants the that loving connection in life, whether that be romantic, whether that be connections. It's an open heart. It's believing to receive. It's also my little nod to the red thread of fate. You know, you want what's for you in this lifetime. What's coming in is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is unconditional offering. An unconditional offering. It's not quite here yet with the Knight of Cups. So this could be something, especially, you know, deja vu, something that you've already been to before. So this could be something from the past coming up, offering the same stuff. And where are you at that stage? Do we fall back to old ways, thinking, oh yeah, that's fine? Or do we maintain our frequency of the Seven of Wands, which is higher than the Six of Wands? Six of Wands is just ego. How you see yourself as the King of Cups, the King of maturity, emotional maturity. How others see you is the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords is your card. It's two parts Aquarius, one part shadow Capricorn, and we've got the Devil here in the energy of the outcome with the Capricorn. So the shadow aspect of Capricorn is strife for power, control, and reputation. You know, reputation's a big thing with Capricorn, especially the ruler of the 10th house, how we're seen. And if it's like you hide yourself in some format based on reputation. So it wouldn't surprise me if you've either got Chiron in the 10th, or it's got some sort of maybe Capricorn degree, maybe. Doesn't have to be. But there's something here where reputation seems to be hindering something, and I don't know why. Because your value is about to go up quite considerably when you recognize what this is. And when I say value, I mean it in the sense of self-worth value. You won't care what people think. You'll just express your truth in your own right. Your advice is the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is what makes you happy. What makes other people happy. Do we hold judgment on somebody else's personal truths that they feel but can't explain? You know, there's something here about really letting go of any type of judgment, because the Mars in Pisces energy, the tower hits the hangman. Something's coming to spin. It's going to bring death. And death is transformation. Pluto is in your first house, obviously. So you guys have got 20 years of this. Don't panic. Ask any Capricorn. They're like the memes at the moment with the disheveled dogs and animals or children with hair everywhere. Oh yeah, it was fine. Everybody's fine. In fact, the Ten of Swords in one deck, I think it's the Everyday Witch Tarot or something like that, it just says underneath, everything's fine, we're fine. The outcome, Eight of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Devil. Like I say, we're going to be looking into Paimon, demon number 9, but I want to see the equivalent. I think is it the Hermit? Bear with me. I've just knocked Dancing Shiva. Hatseal Hierophant. Okay, not the Hermit. Okay, Soul Guardian for those born 2:40 a.m. to 3 a.m. Moral Guardian for those born 28th of March, 8th of June, 19th of August, 30th of October, 10th of January. Physical Guardian for those born 29th of April to the 3rd of May. So we're going to check out the Hierophant. I want to see where the Wheel of Fortune is to bring together the Devil and the Two of Pentacles, because there's something that feels repeated here. So this could be where, you know, we give advice but don't take it ourselves, and it says it's an ongoing thing, who knows. But the universe is trying to prepare you, and I want to see where the Tower is. Death is with the Seven of Pentacles and the Justice card. So yeah, Justice is coming. Balancing of the scale. Seven of Pentacles is whatever's not working. In the top deck, it's the Lord of Failure. So clearing the decks. Oh, how interesting. I just knocked over Shiva when I was looking for that, and Hierophant is Shiva in this. How fascinating. So Shiva could be coming through with a big message for you. The Adi Yogi. So you guys are with so star card is you, and you're with the Magician and the Lovers. So this is really bringing in destined connections, partnerships, manifestation abilities, stuff like that. Just need to trust the process here. Wheel of Fortune is with the Sun, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. There's something about a need to retreat. The Sun and Jupiter is represented by reishi, the mushroom. We'll get to that in a second. And the Tower is with the Hierophant, of course it is, with the Knight of Swords. And the Six of Swords, which is Mercury in Aquarius, which is Magician meets the Star card, which was with the Lovers. Something's shifting dramatically. It could feel like deja vu. Now, deja vu could be many, many things. It could be you've dreamt something, you feel something, there's a shift that's happening, but something is changing. This is the unexpected. You know, this is possibly you guys are ruled by Uranus moving back into Taurus in a few weeks' time. Could be rumbling within that. Taurus rules your fourth house, the home, the mother, the past. It could be the past coming in to show you what was missed, what you've overcome, what you don't want. And then the Four of Swords is going to bring you peace. And that adds up the 6 and the 4, the 10. And like I say, the Four of Swords seem to be whatever's stuck in that left part of your body. Again, it doesn't have to be, sciatica or anything like that, but it's finding, this. If you do yoga or anything like that, there could be big issues with hip opening on the left hand side. Maybe if whatever this is, it feels like it's a freedom of that. And I wish I could explain it better, but there's so many directions this could go in. All you need to know is something is opening up in terms of showing you what needs to be practiced, showing you unconditional love. This could be, again, this is one thing I love about my daily things, and especially being in foreign countries. I don't understand the language most of the time, and watching life, it's quite amusing. Like, you see, if, say, for example, I'm in a coffee shop and you'll see the young delivery driver coming and dropping off the delivery and flirting away with the barista or something like that. And you can tell it's a dynamic that goes on, but it's very, very sweet. It doesn't mean to say that, they run off together and it's noticing in those moments. It's kind of like the music video to Gary Barlow's Forever Love. Quite sweet. But something magical seems to be appearing here. Before we go, I just want to see what Shiva has. Something, in case I'm missing something. God of destruction and rebirth, you are truly on a yogic path. Shiva is referred to as Adi Yogi, the first yogi ever. He attained enlightenment and abandoned himself in an ecstatic dance atop the Himalayas. When his ecstasy went beyond movement, he became utterly still. People could not understand his switch between ecstatic movement and stillness and thought him mad. However, 7 students wanted to learn how he was moving past physical limitations. This is how he began teaching yoga. Shiva planted the seed of yoga into the human mind. So Shiva represents moving past the limitations from your society, body, mind, or ego. It represents doing the inner work to evolve. It's also a call to service, to teach others your wisdom so that they too can become liberated. And it's reversed when you change your ways and adopt habits, hobbies, and lifestyle choices that are unfamiliar to those around you, they will call you mad. That's what I mean. There's something here that feels like embracing uniqueness, and accepting other people's uniqueness as well is a big thing here. However, you are opening up the door for a new way of being. Do not let the words of others hold you down. Rather, use them as a reminder that you are on the right path, shifting consciousness. When Shiva began practicing sadhana, people could not understand his ways, yet they created the basis of what is known as yoga. Never doubt your significance and the way your authenticity can impact others. Hence why it's imperative to walk your talk right now. The universe, especially with Saturn in Pisces, the Eight of Cups. When Saturn retrogrades back into Pisces from Aries, into your second house of how you value yourself, and money earned, things like that, beauty, aesthetics, all these things are changing. You'll find there's this huge culling with spiritual practices and stuff. The universe is, you will see tons of spiritual teachers clinging to power when Saturn's doing its last bit in Pisces towards the end of this year, and it's basically clearing a path for the brand new to emerge. Okay, interesting. In your extended, I want to see what this offer is, this Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups. An offer of it coming from a place of unconditional love, whatever that represents. Could be romantic, could be work, could be many, many things. So we'll take his energy, what we know, what we don't know, recent past advice and potential outcome. If you can join me, fantastic. If not, let me know if it resonates. We have Sun in Gemini, Mars in Leo, Mars in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces, Capricorn, Jupiter in Capricorn, Saturn in Leo, Venus in Aquarius, Sagittarius, Libra and Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, Saturn in Sagittarius, Moon in Sagittarius, Leo, Libra, Scorpio, Saturn in Taurus. We have Wands, Swords, Cups and Pentacles. Everyone's here. Those are your stand-ups. Let me know. Take care. See you soon. Bye.